Dead Space Remake trophy list is up on the servers, and though it's mostly the same list from the original game, it has a bunch of interesting changes and tweaks. So stay with me in this video to find out more, and hit that subscribe button to don't miss out on future videos. Here we go. For those new to the series, there is the usual story trophies, collectibles such as locks and schematics, killing X number of enemies with different weapons, dismembering, using stasis, etc. But let's get into the interesting and fun part. And we are starting off with the impossible mode. Now this trophy is back on the original list, but there is a tweak to this difficulty already confirmed by developers, and that is, this mode is now a permadeath mode, meaning your save will be wiped out if you die, whereas in the previous game it was just more difficult. Now we'll have to deal with permadeath too. If they make it work as in previous installments, like in Dead Space 2, we will have a limited number of saves per playthrough. This was 3 for example in Dead Space 2, and we will have to time well where we save, because if we die, we'll have to restart from that point, potentially losing hours of gameplay. There is the possibility of save uploading to the cloud too to try to check this system, which is kinda usual on this kind of modes. Now, I wouldn't suggest to start on this mode right away, because they have introduced a new thing that wasn't in the original game before. There is new game plus now in this game, and this means we are forced to do a second playthrough for the platinum. So being that the case, I would recommend to stack the impossible mode trophy with the gun only and the max out. These trophies were already in the original list, and these should be easily achieved on a first playthrough on easy or normal. The gun only trophy means we can only use the plasma cutter, which is the starting weapon and very powerful by the way, but it shouldn't mean you can upgrade the rest of weapons meanwhile. This will get us in a very favorable position while starting impossible mode in NG+, as all our upgrades will carry over and we won't be forced to use the plasma cutter alone. There's a small but I want to add here, since developers said NG Plus is going to be more difficult and challenging its cycle, so it could mean that impossible will be even harder, and maybe it will be better to do it on the first playthrough. There is a few interesting changes on the list regarding the original game, starting with 2 trophies that were not in the original list. These 2 seem to be related to some kind of new quests. These are already confirmed by devs, as they have stated the game will be a bit longer due to the addition of new tasks and quests. Another new interesting thing is the alternative ending. This was not in the original game, and it remains to be seen how we unlock this one. At first sight, it seems another reason to get a second playthrough, but it could also be a simple early or mid-game decision to function as a quick ending, similar to, for example, Far Cry 6 recently, where you just simply take the decision to leave the island and do not fight for the La Revolución. A few minor changes too, such as eliminating the 50% shields trophies on the Slugger boss and the ADS cannon, or swapping the gallery perfect score for just surviving it. There's also a few more new trophies that yet remain to be seen what they are, such as picking a marker fragment or crafting the master security override, which may be another side quest. To sum things up, this looks like a really fun and great list. Depending on how the impossible mode works, it could be between a 6 to a 7 in terms of difficulty, and it should take us around 30 to 35 hours to get the platinum, seemingly that the game will be a bit longer due to the addition of the new quests. Of course, as we stated, there is going to be a mandatory 2 playthrough requirement as well, and I would recommend the first one on easy with only the plasma cutter while upgrading everything to the max, and then jump into impossible mode in NG+, unless New Game Plus ends up being so much more difficult that it's just best to do it right away on a new game, which remains yet to be seen. Personally, I'm really excited for this game since I'm a fan of the space games and can't wait to learn more. Remember, it gets out on the 27th of January, and that is all folks. Drop a like and subscribe if you liked the video, and hope to see you on the next trophy list.